Welcome back. As we continuously have been focusing on the aftermath of cyclone Biparjoy, where waterlogging that has been witnessed in several of those areas, especially that have been affected because of the cyclone at Mandvi, and following heavy to extremely heavy rainfall, that has been a big concern there for the authorities, as there have been several areas now that can be seen are still waterlogged. There has been electricity in many of those areas that has not been restored. But taking to Twitter, the Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel has been saying that they've been able to fight a big calamity without any casualty, and the NDRF and the SDRF and other agencies who are now working tirelessly to mitigate any damage that has been caused by the cyclone. Siddharth, good morning. Now, the biggest challenge would be to restore and get life back on track.
Yeah, absolutely. That is what the main thing is. And the health minister of Gujarat has given 24 hours for Bhuj and more than 48 hours, and depending on the situation, to 72 hours for Mandvi, Jakhau, Lakhpat, all these areas, Nalia, all these areas. So it will take around about 4 to 5 days to things to settle down, things to calm down a bit. Then again, the rehab process will start, because 1 lakh people were rescued from the low-lying areas or from the coastal areas. They will have to take the government will have to put them back again to make sure if their houses are not being demolished. So these all things are taking all these things into consideration. The government is trying to make again a good rehabilitation plan. Compensation also, it's a very big question, especially for the farmers, especially for the people who have lost their homes. So all these things will now be put into place. Today, Amit Shah, the Central Union Minister, will be visiting Kutch. As he visits Kutch with Bhupendra Patel, along with some of the ministers, they will be reviewing. There will be a review meeting amongst all the top senior officials, where they'll see that how the rehab process can start, especially for the electric poles. That is a very big, that's a very big problem which has been created now. More than thousands of electric poles have come down during the cyclonic invasion. And now they're trying to make sure that, again, the poles are put back into the place, for which more than 590 electric boat teams have been to work. So state may it be state NDRF or SDRF or the BSF or the paramilitary different rehab forces teams, they have done a very commendable job. Yesterday there was a video message from the Gujarat Chief Minister, where he thanked all the people. He thanked, in fact, the media also for putting the coverage and helping the government to know that what has happened at the right place at the right time. So all these things, they have, again now, the biggest point is to get the life of the people back on track as soon as possible.
Right. But even when it comes to the situation that has now been witnessed now, of course, from a deep depression, it has now turned into a depression. We are looking at a significant improvement also in the weather conditions, Siddharth.
Yeah, absolutely. Today, now the winds, the gusting winds, which were blowing at the speed of an average speed of 70, 80, 85 kilometers per hour, now they've come down to an average speed of 25 to 30 kilometers per hour. The heavy rains, the perpetual rains, which are continuously coming down, they have stopped now. It has, it has slowed down a bit, and life's now coming back to track, coming back on pace. People are feeling relieved, though. The shops, especially in the big cities like Bhuj, they are closed because due to electricity. There is a very big problem of, petrol and diesel, because due to the heavy water inflow, they had to stop the petrol pumps for security reasons.
Right.
I think today from afternoon, all the petrol pumps will get back on track. So as the petrol pump and all the petroleum facilities gets back on track, the transportation will also start. So one, that the link, they all are linked with each other. So we'll have to wait and watch, especially for the electricity, that what decisions might be taken by the government. They are trying to get the electricity back as soon as possible. But
well,
again,
so to say, the worst is now over. Now the main challenge would be restoration work, and the government has been saying that all of the agencies are working together as far as getting back life on track. That would be the foremost priority for the state government, and of course with the centre, who has been also closely monitoring the ongoing situation. Thank you very much, Siddharth, for the moment for joining in.